Hey YouTube, Justin here from The Capable Dad. Please subscribe and hit the thumbs up. That would help the channel out a lot. Today's video is about sleep. Sleep! No, you're not going to get any sleep. Well, no, you do start to get some sleep, but you don't get sleep as you know it. I'm a nurse, I'm a shift working nurse, so I was a little bit prepared with how to deal with sleep deprivation. But I guess my general take on sleep is your partner, well, as she gets heavily pregnant, she's not going to sleep very well anyway, so I guess there's a lead up to preparing for that. However, it all depends on your baby. So in the first sort of month, they just love to comfort feed. So every 2 or 3 hours, they'll be awake and crying and want to feed, and then they'll want settling back to sleep again. And that can be really, really hard all night, especially when it seems like they sleep all day. Obviously everyone's baby is a little bit different. We all know people who say, oh, my baby slept all night. And that's certainly not the normal. I know the advice out there is babies need to feed every 3 hours when they're newborns. Probably for the first 4 to 6 to 8 weeks. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of crying and a lot of need on particularly mum. And my take on sleep is when dad's working, bub needs to feed, so really the only one that needs to be awake is mum, or at least up. You know, dad and mum don't both need to be up unless you've got some dramas. So in those early days, if you can have this conversation with your partner, that if you've got time off, great, get up with your partner and help settle and what have you. If you've got a bottle-fed baby, then you can do a roster if that works out, depending on who's working. However, my firm opinion is if bub's breastfeeding, dad hasn't got the breast milk. So if you can stay in bed, be in good condition for the next day, you can go to work, or if you're not working for a while, then you're available to help out, take baby for a walk, and let your partner get some sleep during the day. Because it's hard, it's really hard in those first few days, few weeks. I wish it was a few days. Sometimes months, and you can't really start sleep training until sort of 4 to 6 months old. And that's a whole nother story, is sleep training. And I'll leave that up to the experts out there. But there's certainly, I know I went to night shift for a group of nights, and my wife had done all this research unbeknown to me, because Jordan would just need rocking to sleep, and she would get up every 2 hours, and it was just horrendous. We were both shattered, and we were cranky at each other, cranky at Jordan, cranky at the kids. But she'd done all this reading on how to sleep train, and she did it while I was on night shift. So when I came back on the days, Jordan was settling herself and sleeping all through the night. So it definitely works. But yeah, sleeping, it's a really hard gig. A lot of people do it differently. One thing that is not recommended anywhere is co-sleeping, so having your baby sleep in the bed. And I know a lot of people do it, a lot of different cultures do it, but it's unsafe and it doesn't lead to a good relationship in the long run. And I know at work I see a lot of trauma around things that happen in that respect. So if you can try not to co-sleep, then you shouldn't. But at the end of the day, sleeping is really hard and it's broken, and you're going to be tired, and you need to just get used to that, because it doesn't last forever. Somehow nature makes you forget all this hard stuff, and then you go back and have another baby, and then it starts all over again, only this time a crying baby wakes up all of your children. So just go into having a baby, or if you've just had a baby and you think, oh great, I really need some sleep, it's just wrecking our life. This happens to everyone except for that odd few. Terrible, terrible, terrible person. No, I'm just joking. I really, because none of my kids have slept. All 4 of them have been hard work in that first 6 months. But somehow I still love them all. We're all alive and we've come out the other end of it. So I guess the take-home message is you're going to be sleep deprived. And it's the hardest part of children, is being sleep deprived and then carrying on your daily work, your daily activities, your relationships. It's so super hard, and there's no magic fix. Sorry, this is a really sad video. But I'll see you next time. Bye now.